If you're a woman over 50 shopping for a designer bag, here's the truth no one says out loud. The right one makes you look polished in 5 seconds. The wrong one can make an outfit feel louder, younger, or more dated than you ever intended. So in this video, we're breaking down the designer bags that tend to be the biggest regrets and the ones that consistently look elegant, timeless, and easy to wear at any age. Let's start with the 7 worst ones. Number 7, Dior saddle bag. This bag is famous and it photographs beautifully. The problem is that it often becomes a bag you admire more than you actually use. The curved shape looks chic on a runway, but in real life it can feel awkward to get in and out of, especially when you're juggling glasses, keys, a phone, and the little extras that make your day easier. Style-wise, the saddle also has a very specific fashion moment energy. If your wardrobe is built on clean coats, tailored trousers, dark denim, and simple knits, the bag can start to feel like it's trying to be the star of the outfit. That is when it stops looking elegant and starts looking like you're dressing around a trend. Another issue is how it sits on the body. With bulkier outerwear, it can tuck under the arms strangely, and the silhouette can look busy against structured coats. Capacity is also more limited than people expect, and the shape can make items sit oddly inside. If you buy it as your main everyday bag, you may end up frustrated and reaching for something simpler. It is beautiful, just not effortless. If you love Dior, you'll get more mileage from a structured top handle or a classic shoulder shape that supports your outfit instead of demanding attention. Number 6, Gucci GG Marmont shoulder bag. The Marmont is one of those bags that looks like a safe designer choice because it is recognizable and easy to find in stores. But for many women over 50, it can quietly work against a polished look. The first issue is the logo. The double G hardware is bold, and the chevron quilting is tied to a specific era of it bag style. If your outfit is simple and elegant, that logo can pull attention to your hip and make the bag feel louder than the rest of you. Instead of reading timeless, it can read like a trend you are keeping alive. The second issue is the chain strap. Chains can be uncomfortable on the shoulder for longer wear, and they can snag knitwear, scarves, and delicate fabrics. They also add weight, so even when the bag is not full, it can feel heavier than expected. The shape can be another annoyance. It tends to sit close and stiff, so under a coat it can bump and shift. Finally, the Marmont can look dressy in a fussy way, but not truly refined. If you love Gucci, you will usually feel more current and elevated with a cleaner leather silhouette and quieter hardware that complements your style rather than competing with it daily. Next up, number 5, Balenciaga Le Cagole bag. This bag is built for attention. The studs, the buckles, the extra straps, the mirror charm. It is meant to look edgy and chaotic on purpose. And that is exactly why it can be a regret purchase for many women over 50. If your goal is to look elevated, you usually want your outfit to feel calm. The Le Cagole does the opposite. It adds visual noise, and it can make even a beautiful, simple outfit feel busy. Instead of highlighting you, it highlights the bag. It is also not as easy to live with as it looks online. All that hardware adds weight, so it can feel heavy sooner than you expect. The metal can scratch, catch on sweaters, and bump against coats. Those dangling pieces can twist around when you wear it crossbody, and you can find yourself adjusting it all day. There is also a styling problem. This bag has a trend stamp. When you see it, you immediately place it in a certain fashion era. That means it dates faster and it limits what it pairs with, especially if your wardrobe is classic. If you love Balenciaga, you can still do modern without the clutter. Choose a cleaner shape with one signature detail, not a toolbox hanging from your shoulder. And if these 3 sounded manageable, the next worst bag is the one people buy thinking it's timeless, then realize it's controlling the whole outfit. Number 4, Prada re-edition nylon bag. This bag looks like an easy win. It's light, it's durable, it's practical, and it has that designer name that makes you feel put together instantly. But for many women over 50, it becomes a regret because it doesn't deliver the look they think they're paying for. Nylon reads casual, no matter how expensive the brand is. So if you're wearing a beautiful coat, a structured blazer, a polished dress, or even a clean monochrome outfit, the bag can quietly flatten the whole effect. Instead of elegant, it can lean weekend errand, even when you're not trying to dress down. It also sits in a very trend-driven lane. These re-edition shoulder bags come and go in popularity, and the moment the trend cools, the bag can start to feel like a timestamp. That's the main issue with buying designer as a long-term style upgrade. If the bag is built on a trend wave, it won't feel timeless. There's also the styling mismatch. Many women over 50 prefer clothing with structure and drape that looks refined. Nylon often looks sporty next to those fabrics, and that contrast can feel unintentional. If you love Prada, you're far better off choosing one of their structured leather bags for everyday elegance and keeping nylon for travel, rainy days, and casual situations where function matters more than polish. Number 3, Jacquemus Le Chiquito Micro Bag. This one is the fastest. I can't believe I bought that bag on the planet. It's cute, it's funny, it's very fashion, and it photographs like a statement piece. But in real life, it fails the simplest test a bag needs to pass. Can you live with it? Most micro versions barely hold anything. You can't comfortably fit your phone, your glasses case, your keys, and the small items that make you feel ready for the day. That means you end up carrying extra things in your hands, or you need a second bag. And once you need a second bag, the designer bag stops being a bag and starts being a prop. For women over 50, style tends to get more intentional. You want pieces that serve you, not pieces you have to babysit. A micro bag forces you to think about it constantly. Where do you put things? What can you bring? How do you hold it while also living your life? It also leans very young and trend-coded. That doesn't mean you can't wear it. It just means it won't always translate to the elegant, refined look many women are aiming for. If you love the Jacquemus look, go up in size. Keep the clean lines, keep the modern vibe, but choose something that can actually carry your day. Number 2, Fendi Baguette Bag. The baguette is legendary, and that's the trap. It's a bag with a strong identity, and when a bag has that much identity, it can start steering your style instead of supporting it. Many versions come in bold logos, shiny finishes, or statement patterns that instantly read fashion era. If you're building a timeless wardrobe, that can be frustrating. You'll put together a calm, expensive-looking outfit, then the baguette pulls everything into a more playful, trend-driven direction. Sometimes that's exactly what you want. But for many women over 50, it's not the everyday vibe they meant to buy. The second issue is practicality. Depending on the size and version, the strap length can be limiting, especially with coats. It can sit awkwardly under the arm, and some styles don't feel secure or comfortable for longer wear. Capacity is also not always what you expect, and it can become another bag you love, but don't reach for when you're actually going out the door. If you adore Fendi, a more structured, quieter silhouette tends to give you that luxury feel without boxing you into a specific style mood. The baguette can be fun, but as a main designer bag, it's often more work than it should be. And now we're down to the number 1 worst bag, the one that looks like the safest grown woman purchase until you realize it's wearing you, not the other way around. Louis Vuitton won the Go Tote. This tote looks like the ultimate smart designer purchase. It's big, it's recognizable, and it feels like you're getting a lot for your money. But for many women over 50, it turns into the bag that overpowers everything else you wear. The first issue is scale. The wide, boxy shape can sit like a shopping bag at the hip, and if you're petite or wearing softer silhouettes, it can make your proportions feel heavier than they are. Instead of finishing an outfit, it can dominate it. The second issue is the branding. In monogram or oversized print, the tote becomes the loudest thing in the room. That can read less polished and more billboard, especially with simple, elegant outfits where you want the focus on you, not the logo. Third, it pushes your vibe into travel mode. It's excellent for a laptop, airport days, and errands. But as a signature everyday bag, it can look utilitarian and busy, not refined. And there's the comfort side. Once it's filled, it can get surprisingly heavy, and the handles can feel stiff on the arm. If you love Louis Vuitton, consider a quieter leather option or a smaller, more structured silhouette. You'll still get the designer credibility, but you'll look calmer, sleeker, and more elevated. If this is helping so far, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which bag you regret buying the most. Now let's flip the list, because the next 7 designer bags are the ones that consistently look polished, feel easy to carry, and make women over 50 look effortlessly expensive. Here are the top 7 best ones. Number 7, TOTEME belted leather tote bag. This is one of the smartest, quiet luxury designer buys because it does the job without stealing the spotlight. The TOTEME belted leather tote looks clean, modern, and expensive, but it never feels flashy. That matters a lot over 50 because the goal is usually to look polished and confident, not trend-driven. The belted detail is the secret. It gives the tote structure so it doesn't collapse and look messy, but it still feels soft and wearable. The shape is also flattering. It doesn't look overly wide at the hip, and it pairs beautifully with the exact outfits most women wear all the time. Long coats, knit sets, tailored trousers, dark denim, and simple dresses. It's also practical in a refined way. You can actually carry your real life without the tote looking like a work bag or a travel bag. And because the branding is minimal, you won't get tired of it. It won't scream a certain year or trend cycle. If you want a tote that makes you look instantly more put together without trying too hard, this is it. And I'll put links to all of these best bags in the description so you can find the exact versions quickly without the endless searching. Number 6, Saint Laurent Sac de Jour Small. This bag is pure polish. The Saint Laurent Sac de Jour in the small size is one of the best everyday luxury choices for women over 50 because it brings structure to your whole look. Even if you're wearing a simple sweater and trousers, the bag makes the outfit feel intentional. The shape is classic, but not boring. It has that quiet authority that works beautifully with blazers, trench coats, and clean monochrome outfits. And unlike many trend bags, it still looks correct year after year because it's based on proportion and structure, not novelty. The small size is the sweet spot. It holds your essentials comfortably: phone, wallet, keys, glasses case, and a few extras without becoming bulky or heavy. It also sits nicely on the body and doesn't overpower your silhouette. This is the kind of bag that makes you feel pulled together the second you pick it up, which is exactly what a designer purchase should do. Number 5, VALEXTRA Iside, mini or medium. If you want expensive taste without a loud logo, VALEXTRA is a power move. The Iside has that quiet, architectural elegance that reads refined from across the room, and it works especially well for us because it's not trying to be trendy. The structure is beautiful. It keeps a clean shape, it pairs effortlessly with classic outerwear, and it makes even simple outfits look elevated. It's also one of those bags that feels special without looking like it's begging for attention. People who recognize it tend to recognize it for the right reason: quality. For sizing, mini is perfect if you carry the essentials and you like a lighter, sleeker silhouette. Medium is better if you want a true everyday bag with more room while still keeping that structured look. Either way, the Iside is the kind of designer bag that doesn't date quickly and doesn't fight your wardrobe. It just quietly upgrades everything you already wear. And if those 3 already sound like the safe choices, wait until you see the next 3, because they're the ones that make even a basic outfit look instantly expensive with almost zero effort. Number 4, PRADA Galleria. This is one of the most reliable grown woman designer bags because it's built around structure and polish. The PRADA Galleria holds its shape beautifully, which matters more than people think. A bag that stays crisp makes your whole outfit look sharper, even when you're dressed casually. It's also practical in a way that doesn't look practical. You get room, organization, and durability without the bag turning into a work tote. For women over 50, that's the sweet spot. A bag that supports real life but still reads elegant at lunch, appointments, or travel days. The silhouette is classic enough to outlast trends, and it pairs well with the wardrobe staples that tend to dominate at this stage: clean coats, tailored trousers, knitwear, dark denim, and simple dresses. Nothing about it feels like a moment. It feels like a long-term choice. If you're someone who wants one designer bag that always looks appropriate, no matter where you're going, the Galleria is a strong contender. And I'll link the best options in the description so you can compare sizes and finishes without digging through 100 listings. Number 3, LOEWE puzzle bag. bag. The LOEWE puzzle is what you buy when you want something interesting, but still refined. It has design, craftsmanship, and personality without leaning loud or logo heavy. It adds character to your outfit without taking over your outfit. The shape is structured but not stiff, and that balance makes it feel modern while still looking timeless. It also works with the kinds of outfits that can sometimes feel too simple on their own, like a monochrome knit set, a classic coat, or a clean blazer and jeans look. The bag adds quiet texture and detail, so you look styled without looking like you tried too hard. Another big win is comfort. Depending on the version, it can be carried different ways, which makes it feel more flexible than many structured designer bags. If you want a statement that still reads classy, this one hits the mark. Next up, our runner-up, Bottega Veneta Andiamo. This is the calm luxury flex. Bottega's woven leather is instantly recognizable to people who know fashion, but it doesn't rely on a big logo to prove anything. That makes the Andiamo especially flattering because it signals quality and confidence, not trend chasing. The texture is the magic. Woven leather adds richness to simple outfits, and it makes neutrals look more expensive. If your wardrobe leans black, cream, camel, navy, or grey, the Andiamo will elevate those looks instantly. And because the bag feels refined rather than flashy, you can wear it day to night without changing your entire outfit. It also has presence without bulk. It looks substantial, but it doesn't feel like it's dragging you down visually. If you're buying a designer bag to look polished and current for years, not just for this season, the Andiamo is one of the strongest options out there. And now for number one, the designer bag that's famous for a reason, because it has that rare ability to make almost any outfit look instantly elevated the moment you put it on your shoulder. Our best pick, the Chanel Classic Flap. This is the designer bag that almost never looks wrong. The Chanel Classic Flap in the medium size is famous because it does something very few bags can do. It makes an outfit look finished in seconds without needing loud branding, trendy shapes, or complicated styling. For women over 50, that's gold. The silhouette is structured but elegant. The chain strap lets you wear it comfortably on the shoulder, and the flap design keeps it feeling secure and polished. It works with everyday outfits like a knit, jeans, and loafers, but it also looks right with a tailored blazer, a dress, or a beautiful coat. The medium size is the sweet spot because it holds what you actually carry: phone, wallet, keys, glasses, lipstick, without feeling bulky. Smaller versions can start to feel fussy, and larger ones can feel less refined. Medium keeps the proportions classic. This is also one of the few bags that tends to feel like a true long-term purchase. It's not tied to one micro trend. It's tied to a standard of style. And because it's so recognizable, it carries that instant luxury signal without you needing to explain anything. If you want one designer bag that consistently reads elegant, timeless, and appropriate at any age, this is the one that earns its reputation. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next list. I've linked all of the best bags in the description so you can check the exact sizes and versions quickly. Now click the next video on your screen and keep going while you're here.